How we going on, people? Luke here from LAGFX. We're back today with a new Sunday sessions video. If you're new to this series, it's basically where we choose a few pairs that we feel hold good potential for the coming week, and we break down the analysis that we've performed to give you guys a better understanding on how to tackle these markets, but it also gives you the ability to actually take part in some of the trades that we are looking at taking. This is great for those who are new to Forex and are wanting to learn a little bit more about what it entails and how we look to take part. But it's also good for those who are familiar with Forex but are just wanting further insights on some of the markets that we are showing. Now, what I'm going to be doing throughout this video is discussing my bias for each market that I go through, how I'm looking at tackling the market, and the reasoning behind it. Now, my bias is built up from multiple factors, from the structure of the market, the order flow, and the balance in the market in terms of supply and demand. My strategy is quite simple, but there are things that must be put in place in order for me to have the confluence to take part and trade these markets. Now, if you go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. All the support you guys provide is very much appreciated. And if you have any questions or queries with regards to the analysis that we go through today, please leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So the first market we're going to be going over today is the US dollar CAD. This is what we have on screen at the moment. You can see here that price has been within a corrective phase. It's been sitting, or was sitting, within this range for quite some time, and I displayed my interest in this market and how I wanted to see it continue to trade us higher in the coming week. This was last Sunday, and we've seen exactly that. So there was two areas at which we could get involved in this market from. These two here. Brilliant opportunities to get involved in the longs, to trade us up and into the supply zone before we prepare to go short in this market. Now, the reason why I want to go short in this market is because we've had the penetration of a higher time frame supply zone. We've had a break of structure follow. So this tells us that the higher time frame structure of this market is no longer trading us in what was a bullish trend, and it is now respecting the laws of bearishness. Therefore, we should be looking to go short. So with that in mind, I now want to see price trade up and into this. We've been displayed with that. I now want to see a protected low break within this bullish structure that would show weakness to the upside, and the introduction of further supply to give us that next bearish leg. So if we wanted to get involved in this market, we do need to start seeing breaks in what was protected lows, following the laws of bullish structure. Once we've been delivered with that, we can then start to look for our entry. So what I would suggest you guys do is mark this out as an area of supply. Wait for price to break down now, showing signs of weakness, breaking those lows. Once we have that, we can start to look for some short opportunities and trade this market down. Now, we could set our take profit as low as this point. I would set it just above this low here, just to guarantee that our take profit is achievable, because in theory, if we are now following the laws of bearishness and we are following the laws of bearish structure, what should follow is a lower low. As you can see, this is clear bearishness. We have a high set, a lower high, lower low, lower low. So we should break this low to create a new lower low. So setting our take profit just above this point guarantees that it can be achieved. But that's my analysis for the US dollar CAD market, and that's how I will be looking to tackle it in the coming week. Okay, now heading over to the Great British Pound to the US dollar. Again, this is a similar pair in the way that it's responding. I do actually want to see price trade us in a bullish way temporarily to trade us up and into these areas of supply here. These are areas of significance as they represent hidden order blocks. This is, I wouldn't say hidden. It's an order block that's quite present on this time frame. However, this is a hidden order block here on the 4-hour time frame. So again, pause this video now and mark these two areas out for yourself. These are going to be areas of interest for us to get involved in short positions from. And the reason for this is because we've been delivered with a break of structure after the penetration of a high time frame supply zone, and price has quite evidently started to respect areas of supply and trade us in a bearish way. We took part in shorts here. We took part in longs here due to a correction. I was expecting price to trade us up and into these areas. However, due to fundamentals, price did actually go on to create that new lower low. So I'm expecting a correction up and into one of these before a move to the downside. Again, what do we want? We want to see price trade up and into these. Something like this. I'm just going to be quite quick. A break in the last protected low, and then a move to the downside. So a break in the low here before a move to the downside. So that's my analysis for the Great British Pound to the US dollar. Very quick and very brief. It's all it needs to be. Bearish market, bearish trend here. We need to find an area of supply to get involved from. There's two areas here that are of interest to me, and somewhere I would like to go short in this market from. Okay, XAU USD. This is a pair that has been extremely bullish for a long period of time. The opportunities in this market have been crazy. You can see here how price has really respected areas of demand and have traded us higher, actually breaking new highs. And you know, gold has never been as expensive as it is now, which is an amazing thing. And I think this is going to continue in this direction longer term, with it being a precious metal. However, it's only right that price comes down eventually to correct itself, to build more demand in order to drive price higher. I called this last week, and price has done exactly as we thought it would. Price has traded us lower. So I want to see now price continue to trade us lower, only down into this area here. I've got an area of demand that I'd love to see price trade down and into before a continuation to the upside. But we obviously need to start seeing price respect these areas of supply now on this time frame. So I'd love to see price trade up and into this before a continuation in bearish structure, trading us down and into this area of demand before the next push up. We're still following the laws of bullishness. We're just within a corrective wave on the higher time frames. There are other areas further down here, but that would be a deeper correction, which is still well within the cards. However, it's quite the distance at the moment. So this is our first target area. Once we've achieved our target around 2238, we can reassess, wait for price to put in a correction within this higher time frame correction. And what I mean by that is price then may trade up before a continuation lower. So this may actually be the structure that follows, trading down into one of these before then a move to the upside. So we're just getting involved in the first correction within the higher time frame correction before the move higher. So get involved in this short here to the downside. Once we see price trading into that area, we can then reassess and look for further shorts if we are delivered with confirmation that this market is going to continue in a short way. But that's my analysis for XAU USD. Mark out these two zones here if you like to. Fair value gaps and an order block, and then we also have this one here, and then we also have this area of supply that I'd love to see price react from, so we can get involved in some short positions in this market. When I see price trade up, break structure to the downside, we get involved. Okay, the Euro US dollar market. This is the final market I'm going to be going over in today's video. You can see here break of structure to the downside after a penetration of a supply zone. This is clearly telling us that this market is trading in a bearish way. We've had the production of lower highs and lower lows, like so. I want to see price trade back up to correct itself for the second time, to trade us into one of three areas that I've got marked out here, to give us the ability to get involved in shorts. I feel this is a market that's going to be trading us short for some time, due to the fact that we've had multiple breaks of structure to the downside to suggest a higher time frame reversal to the downside. Plus, this is a bearish market on the higher time frames. You can see we've had lower highs and lower lows going right the way back to 2017. So I don't see this stopping anytime soon. So I'd love to see price now trade up and into one of three areas before taking us lower in this market. So how can we tackle this market in the coming week? Well, if I'm being completely honest with you, if we wanted to trade the corrective wave, we could absolutely do that. However, we would need to see some breaks in the protected highs within this bearish structure. So we would need to wait for, I would say, the lowest high that I would be willing to see as confirmation would be this one here. This high created the lowest low, therefore this is the last protected high. I'd want to see this break like so in order to get involved in some bullish positions. Once price is broken above this high, we want to see price correct itself. That gives us the ability to get involved in this market with a refined entry, and then we can trade price up and into one of two supply zones here. Once price trades up, we want the same confirmation just to the opposite side to get involved in those short opportunities. But yeah, that's my analysis for this Sunday sessions video. Very quick and very brief. I've gone over a few pairs here today. Just wanted to highlight some of the zones that I'm looking at, my direction and bias for the markets, and some of the things that I look for in terms of confirmation. If there's anything I've gone through in today's video, as I've touched on supply and demand zones, order blocks, fair value gaps, price action, trends, if there's anything that you don't understand, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to create a video based around that subject. Anything I can do to help educate you guys, I'm willing to, as that is what we are here for. We're here to educate and get people on board with changing their lives through Forex. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this Sunday sessions video. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you all in the next one.